Morning all, welcome to Grandad's allotment. So today I'm going to be making some cuttings of my rosemary from the bush I've got in the garden. I tend to do it this time of year just to trim it back and take off some of that summer growth. So I've brought over some cuttings and I'm going to be potting them up. I'll show you how I do it. So first of all, what we need to do is sort of prepare our compost. I just use it sort of everyday multi-purpose compost and vermiculite. So it's just everyday compost, nothing special. Anything you can get your sort of a hold of, not particular to a brand. And like I say, I tend to use vermiculite as well, or perlite, whatever you can get. I couldn't get any perlite, so I'm using vermiculite. I do it probably about 50-50 mix, because you want quite a bit of free draining for when you're doing cuttings. You don't want anything sort of nutrient rich, because it doesn't really need it when it's a cutting. You'll do that when you pot it up, and wherever it's going to go. So sort of 50-50 mix. Pot up a couple of pots. Tend to tamp it down rather than force it down. Now you want to get rid of some of the air, but don't squash it. You don't want it too tight, so just tamp it down. 3 pots should be enough. Also, what I use is just a bit of a rooting compound, just a little bit. Pour it out. It's not really necessary, but it does help. Don't be tempted to just dip the cuttings into the rooting compound, because it'll make it go off. Always pour it out into a little pot. Oops. So what we'll want from the cuttings is a fairly decent size cutting. Not on the really hardwood though, you want sort of this year's growth. So with a sharp knife, just cut off some decent sized cuttings, about 4 inches long. Nice sharp cut. Peel back a good couple of inches, and if your wood is quite woody, just give it a scrape, so you're exposing some of the green underneath. Yeah. Into your rooting compound, dust it off. I tend to use just a little skewer, make a hole in the middle, pop it down, and that's it. Dead easy. Pop that into a water bath, and what I tend to do is put them into a stacker box. One of these sort of stacker boxes. This is some fuchsias I did yesterday. Into a little bit of water, and that'll just generate like a little microclimate for it, making it a little greenhouse. So we'll do a few more. Nice straight cut. This has got 2 fronds on it, doesn't really matter. Just take a few of the leaves off, because you don't want too many leaves. Bit of a scrape into your rooting compound, and into your compost. Again, drop it into a bath of water, let it soak up some of the water. We'll just strip it back, a little scrape, into the compound and pot it up. What you'll end up with is something like this. This is what I did last year. This time I'll do it on a sort of 2-year cycle, so I'll leave it in the pot and maybe even pot it up into a bigger pot depending on what I put it in. Let them grow on, and this, you can see the root system on this, and I'll tend to give this away now to different people to put into their garden, but you should be able to pot that up into your garden straight away, or maybe leave it until the spring. But you can see the root system on it, and that was done in the same way this time last year, and it's grown on from that to that. You can see all this is new soft shoots from one hard root. So that's it. Free plants from your existing. Right, catch you all later.